While the concept may have started as a serious deep dive into humanity's technological failures and the repercussion that has on nature, the franchise quickly moved away from that tone. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, I enjoy explosions and spectacle as much as the next guy, but recently, Godzilla came back with a vengeance in the most intensely heartbreaking way imaginable. It's been a few months since the theatrical release of Godzilla Minus One, and I think I'm still emotionally recovering from this one shot. Welcome to Sandwich Reviews. I'm the Talking Sentient Sandwich, and aside from the obvious answer, which is it rocks, I want to figure out exactly why Godzilla Minus One is so phenomenal. The first thing that comes to mind is the movie's portrayal of its monster. Godzilla isn't just vicious and grotesque, he's straight up mean. The creature started out as a villain in 1954, so it isn't a new or original idea, but I feel like it's been so long since Godzilla has been depicted as an antagonist that it feels fresh and novel. And it really isn't. That was kind of the point of Shin Godzilla, and they nailed the hideous and grotesque aspect. But for me, that film just overall doesn't work as well as Minus One. Putting aside the monster's design and the really cool atomic breath, which both Shin and Minus One have jaw-dropping sequences with, Godzilla Minus One was able to break the mold and made something that will be discussed forever. And that all comes down to its human characters. Even in the original, there are plenty of screaming people in government board meetings, but not many relatable or identifiable personalities stick out. Then you have the current American Monsterverse movies, which if you've seen my review for the most recent installment, I think are fun, spectacle joyrides, but they are the farthest thing from character dramas that you can get. There's nothing wrong with these movies being popcorn cinema now. There's plenty of themes that can be discussed with a giant irradiated lizard, but to me, it's just as fun to just watch spectacle, though it is undoubtedly less memorable and poignant. Since 1954, the characters in all these Godzilla movies have been in service of the giant monster on screen. And while some movies have genuinely tried to replicate the original's tragic narrative, nothing has been able to replicate it successfully. And then came Godzilla Minus One. I know there will be some diehard fans of the first who will crucify me for saying this, but I think Minus One might just be better than the original. For 1954, that first Godzilla movie is an undeniable masterpiece. The miniature work alone deserves every award possible. But Godzilla Minus One was the first time that I watched a Godzilla movie and I actually cared about the characters. It's a drama that I would watch without a giant monster. Just to be clear, the movie does not work without Godzilla, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about being invested in the people in the movie. I want to see them succeed and be happy, so when Godzilla shows up wrecking shop, I'm terrified. The creature has an amazing design that lends itself perfectly to a horrific narrative that puts you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Of course, it discusses humanity's failures, but Minus One is really about our indomitable spirit going up against an unstoppable force. And as powerful or as scary as that force can be, together we're able to stop it. But for as cool as Godzilla is in the movie, it wasn't the giant monster that got me invested. It was the struggle that these characters went through, whether it be from the setting, the drama, or a giant atomic breath nuke. And that's why Godzilla Minus One is perfect. If you've somehow watched this whole video without watching the movie, I beg you, please watch it. As much as I can describe how phenomenal this movie is, words can only do so much. Trust me, you will not regret experiencing its story. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe for weekly videos and reviews, and enjoy a delicious sandwich.